Today I thought we'd explore my neighborhood, and I really wanted to show you the extremes here between how you can have high-end hotels and fancy restaurants and everything right next to very simple and local style places. And the place that I'm gonna go to right now is a perfect example of this. So since I moved to Bangkok, I've really been looking for sort of that Bangtao experience. If you've seen my videos in Phuket, you know how much I love the little bamboo bars in Bangtao, and just the simplicity of it. It had the pigs and everything, and just simple little huts on the beach, nothing fancy, but surrounded by high-end resorts. And this is very much like this. So where I'm gonna take you today, so we're just leaving my condo here. You can see my condo's, you know, it's these high-rise condos along the river, and there's a few of them, but for the most part, most of the accommodations here are quite local. So as soon as you come out, you can see that you're in a very local area. We've got some really cool food stalls here, and it's quite cheap. Like, you can eat, if you ate at the little local places here along the road, you could get a decent meal for 50-60 baht, which is less than $2. I'll share the Thai name here, and if anyone knows what this is called in English, please put it in the comments below. I did see a name on the menu, which I'll put here in the video, but the way I found it was just by going to Google Maps, and I zoomed in near my house looking for little restaurants along the water. So this one here is not touristy at all. So you come to this little sign here that says halal, and then turn down to this little street. Interesting how they work on power lines here. Okay, so here's the little path. So it's a narrow little path, and you just follow it right to the end, and then there's a little restaurant. So look at this here. So you've got this little local village. This here reminds me very much of like when I was a kid. So here's the information about the location. So if you can speak Thai, you can give them a call for directions. It does have an English name. You can see there's quite a few dishes here that are less than $2, about 40 to 50 baht. Now there are some dishes that where you can get large fish, for example, for about $8 to $10, but the vast majority of food on this menu is not more than about $4, $3 or $4, $5. So it's actually quite cheap. Let's see the Chung beer. So here's Chung right here. So this is a large bottle for 80 baht. The same beer at Jack's Bar is 120 baht. So it's quite a bit cheaper. There's lots of like antique things in here. It's really cool. It has a really cool vibe to it. It's not a big place. Look at that. This is exactly what I've been looking for, you know. It's got a little bit of a feel of like a little Canadian bar kind of thing, but you know, sort of unique little decorations. And you're right literally on the water. So you can see down there the big buildings. So those high buildings down there, that's where you'd be towards Icon CM. The one with the dome on top is the one that's famous from the Hangover movie. Here's something I haven't seen in a long time. Cassette tapes. And they actually have a cassette player. Wonder if it works. I was just talking to the lady that works here. She said that this restaurant has been here for about 3 years, and before that it was like a home, and then in the past this used to be a pier, she said. worth coming to. It's definitely worth coming, have a meal, have a beer. I came here last night with Alex, my son, and we really over-ordered, to be honest with you. I ordered some appetizer set, which had these, I think the century eggs. We ordered some a fish, a grouper, which was quite good. And we ordered chicken fried rice. But yeah, I definitely ordered way too much. I think you could come here, you could have a beer and a meal and not spend 200 baht. And it's just a beautiful place to come and sit and just watch. You know, just look at the boats on the river, look at daily life. It's a very, very chilled place. And it's only a 10-minute walk from my house. Thank you! Those guys are cool. I must say Thai people are very kind. If you ever come to Thailand as a tourist and you feel people aren't kind, it's just because you're in a tourist area. People are actually very, very kind here. They're very helpful, very generous, good people. I think that's what attracts so many people to Thailand. Made it to the boat. We're gonna head over to Sathorn Pier, but we're going over to Jack's Bar so I can compare it to the one that I just took you to. So as you can see, this is the little restaurant that I was just at there. So it's just in front. It'd be a real shame if that restaurant disappears, because that's a real nice local restaurant. Really nice staff there as well. So you can see where it's located. Just on the river. If you know this area at all, you'll see what's across from me here. And then you can see all these big buildings down here. So I can't see them, it's just past the bridge there. And then just to the right of the bridge, before we get to the bridge, we're going to be at Sathorn Pier. And then Icon Siam's down on the left after the bridge. I've just arrived at Sathorn Pier, and this is where you can go to get the free shuttle over to Icon Siam. And then just behind here is the Taksin BTS station. I'm just gonna cut down here, and then I'm gonna be turning left, and this will take me near the Shangri-La Hotel, which is right next to where Jack's Bar is on the river. There's a lot of places you can come and get some food along here. There's a good little local food market, you can buy other things, and then there's a Robinson department store there. So there's actually quite a bit over here. A little bit of a shortcut, just cut through here, keep walking straight. Near the main entrance here to the Shangri-La. So you come down to the end, and then you're going to be turning left. There's a few little bars lining this whole street. They all look really cool. So we're right next to the peninsula. Beers are relatively cheap. Food is pretty good. So here we're just across the river from where I was before and a little bit down. But again, this is Jack's Bar. It's in the evenings, just so you know, be aware, if you come here for sunset, it does get quite busy. So if you want to come and get a seat, you probably want to come about 4 p.m., maybe 5 p.m. at the latest. Otherwise, you may get a table, but it won't necessarily be one with a view. So I've ordered the same beer that I got at the other one. And at the other place it was 80 baht, and at this one it's 120. I felt like just getting a snack, so I ordered this one here. It's not bad. It's 150 baht, which is about $5 US. I wouldn't really call this a good value, but it's good snack food with a beer. Looks like I finished my meal, finished my beer. Time to go home.